One of the things that I highlight in my book Devil Vision is the fact that America has been attacked for a long period of time. Some say since July 5th, 1776, and I'm rather in agreement with that statement. In order to form a more perfect union didn't mean a union between the people and their government. It meant a union between America and England, the mother country. Ever since England lost its colonies, and America was just probably maybe the first colony it lost. It took that very personally. It did not want to lose those colonies, and in its mind, in the collective government of England, the royalty, they never lost the colonies. They just took a different tact as far as attack was concerned. They didn't really care how long it took. In their mind and eyes, these colonies were always theirs and always will be. One of the aspects of the attack has to do with the way people interact with one another, how we get along. If they can divide us up, if they can get a civil war, and oh, they love a civil war, that allows them to come in and pick up the pieces to clean up the mess. And this is ongoing. This is something that happens on and on and on. Television and media in general is run a lot by out-of-country interests, out of this country, the internationalists, let us say. And this is used to divide the people greatly. They always they'll use any lever they can, sex, religion, race, anything they can to divide the people. One of the things that really bothers me a lot, and I worship the goddess, okay? It's just not in my program to worship a male. I'm not that way, okay? And I can't do it, but I can honestly say I can feel a worship for the female, my other half, the thing that makes me whole and complete. So that's the way I feel about things. It's not that I look down on women at all. I believe they're superior. But at one time, women were given, or they had a job to do which had to do with the family. And a lot of women became displeased with that, and they wanted to compete with the male in the male's work, okay? And a woman can do anything a man can do, I'm sure, and a lot of it better, okay? So I'm not saying anything about that, and that's great. But I heard something on television as I was walking through a room where there was one on this morning where women in the military have doubled in the last 20 years or so, and they expect that number to double in the next 5. And it brought back to me a thought, an idea I had from day one. It has a lot to do with my feelings about unions and things like that, and how people need to stick together, and how we have been divided so badly because the internationalists who run our economy, by getting all the women into the workforce, they not only attacked our families and our ability to grow families well with the good cohesion and good examples. They hurt us really badly that way, and that was a masterful, adroit thing that they did. They attacked us at a level that we are not even capable of understanding. But most importantly to them, okay, that attack was successful, and they liked what happened. It just hurt us and threw us into disarray even more psychologically, emotionally. It just totally goofed us up, and that's one of their goals, their main goals in this attack. And if they can just eat us up a little bit at a time, they will get us eventually. Hopefully no one will ever see that that's going on and be able to rectify that. But here we are, okay? But the one thing that became immediately available to them, and this is the crux of this little commercial here that I'm making, this little video. The internationalists, once they got the women into the workforce, were able to drop the wages radically. The value of our money has also dropped, so that sure, we make, oh gosh, so much more money than the guys and girls before us. But the money's not worth half of what it was, okay? So they were able to devalue our money, and people there again are looking at numbers, and they're not looking at value, and they don't really understand value. They don't understand that they're spending aluminum chips, that have no value whatsoever to speak of. zinc coated to look like copper, right? And no silver, no gold. It's all been taken away. When the women got put into the workforce, the internationalists worldwide also got twice the workforce at half the price.